Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing a little game called Who's That Hero? I know, very exciting. If you caught the live stream yesterday or this weekend, whatever day it was for you, then you know that we spent an enormous amount of time just looking at silhouetted figures and trying to figure out who they were. So I thought I would put a video together kind of summarizing our 90 to 120 minute expose to kind of give a better indication, I guess, if nothing else, of who we kind of thought would be on this banner for winter that's coming up. Obviously, it's going to be winter. That's the only silhouettes that we have. I want to first go into this. All right, so shout out to Dots. Dots sent me this on Twitter. I don't know where it came from, so if you do, let me know, and I will update a pinned comment or something in the description with proper credit. But they found this, and it could be Reddit. We don't know. But this is more or less a cleaned up image, because, good lord, did I try to find a good frame from the from the actual video itself. But there really wasn't any. So shout out to Dots and also whoever actually did this. You are my hero. So I want to point out a couple key features that we're going to look at because I actually have blown up this particular image and cut it in half so we can get a better look at it. So when I talk about hair features, I'm going to be talking about this ribbon here with the hair. I'm going to be talking about the twin tails and then some kind of weird funky mustache going on back here. I don't know what that is, but it's scary. Obviously hair over here with whoever that might be. This definitely looks like some kind of chainsaw. So if we have some magical enchanted chainsaw, that would be pretty dope. Not going to lie. I would like that axe unit. Additionally, we've also got some kind of hair over here. I think perhaps twirled with some garland. I'm not sure. And then, you know, obviously this is also some hair. Some other features that may be missing that you're not thinking of. The last time we had a silhouette similar to this, like on the Pirates, for example, it actually showed 6 figures. And the reason for that was we had Harmonized Hero, which is actually 2 units. We had our free unit, who was Daros. And then the other units that were on the banner along with the Harmonized Hero. So 2 plus 1 plus 3 is 6. I know. So there's actually someone else hidden down here. We don't know who it is. But their feet are over here. Alright, so we got foot, 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 and then some more feet over here. We know that these are 2 figures. So, I don't know necessarily who's in here, so we're not really going to talk about them. Just a precursor. Alright, just a precursor. And by the way, if you're still watching this video, the KCB Holophase giveaway is going on right now. So you can check out that link in the description if you want to enter to win fabulous prizes. I know. We're going with like a game show type motif today, and it just so happens that there's a giveaway going on. So it fits very nicely. So those are some of the features that we're going to be looking at mostly, just a heads up. So I want to give you some context because I can't point it out once we go into these slides over here. So first up, we broke the teaser into basically 2 sections. You can see it's much larger here. Yay, very nice. So here, this person on the far left, we don't know who that is. All right, we don't, but we have an idea. First up, someone that I kind of stumbled into thinking it might be Sigrun. Look at the hair. Look at the tie. I swear to God, she is the only character in Fire Emblem that has long, loose hair just tied up in the end. Everybody else is braided or just letting it flow in the wind or has some kind of like metal bob at the end of it. Like there's so many different hairstyles. But for whatever reason, Sigrun seems to be the only one with this length and that particular type of tie-off. It's not an exact match. I will be very upfront about that. It's not an exact match, but it's pretty darn close. And I think the stature is also kind of present. Maybe. Could be Sigrun. I know a lot of people were speculating for no real reason that it might be Tellius that we get. And so this might be it. I don't know. Another coincidentally Tellius unit that it might be is Sephiren. Now, I know, and you know, everybody else knows, Sephiren makes a lot more sense as a mythic hero, and I agree with that. But here's the thing. Sothis was also a Christmas unit last year. She is already a mythic hero. So, does it actually matter? I don't know. Probably not. But the stature is there. The hair is there. Additionally, you can't see it in my sample image here, but the robes also eerily match very similar. And even Dots mentioned in his tweet to me, or their tweet to me, that it's very likely that they think that could be Sephiren. So I am inclined also to think that that is Sephiren. Now, these were two of the more popular choices on the stream. There was also Carol thrown around a little bit. I don't know. If I had to bank money on it being one of these two, I would. I think it's either Sigrun or Sephiren, which kind of puts us in a Tellius mode. But here's the issue. When you look at some seasonal banners, they have a completely different spread from everybody. This was, of course, realized last year, or even just as recently as the Pirates banner, where we had, well, not the Winter banner last year wasn't a full different spread. We had two from Blazing Blade, but the Pirates banner, actually including the harmonized hero itself, had 6 different characters from 6 different games. So they could do something like that with this as well. We haven't really had a solo Christmas Winter banner thing since the very first one, when everything was Fates or Awakening anyway. So it didn't really matter. But here we have the opportunity to actually have 6 different units again from 6 different games, because it should be a harmonized hero. Do I think that this pairing is a harmonized hero? No, I don't. I think it's one of the 2 pairs on the second half that we'll look at in just a second. But looking at Twin Tails now, Hilda, very popular option. Everybody was very excited for it to be Hilda in the stream chat yesterday. I don't think that it's her necessarily, but I'm not going to rule it out, and that's strictly because of stature. I'm putting this delicately and politely. I do not think that the figure outline in here matches the figure outline of what Hilda would be. And I'll just leave it at that. And that's my reasoning why I don't think it's Hilda. Sarah, another popular option. Is it just because she has twin tails? Maybe. I don't know. It could be. But I don't think it's Sarah either. This one was a little easier for me to kind of decipher. For what it's worth, I don't know what the giant mustache thing is going on back there. I know a lot of people were like, oh, it's May. It's not May. Listen, guys. I'm going to be real with you, okay? It's not May, and I'm heartbroken about that, but it is what it is. We're never getting a May alt. That's just how it goes, all right? I've made peace with it. I'm fine with it, kind of. So, all right. So that's not hair. At least I don't think it's hair back there. I think it's some kind of like weird headpiece thing that goes along with whatever that tree on their head is. I think that's what that is. So the twin tails themselves are like mid-stash down there. I think that's what we should be looking at. So obviously 2 pink-haired twin tails characters right here, obviously very popular. But I pose to you a different popular character who has yet, despite countless high placings in Choose Your Legends, Severa. The twin tails do match. There's not, you can see like with Sarah and Hilda, there's like a bump necessarily that goes from head to tail. Severa doesn't really have that, and she's not really ever depicted, whether it be cipher art or official game art or anything like that. She's never really depicted as having that kind of bump twin tail like this. She's more like this. Does that make sense? Am I pantomiming that out properly? So I think if I had to take a guess, I think that might be Severa. And I would not be upset about that. If I can't have a Winter Cordelia alt, then I might as well have a Winter Severa alt. I mean, it's not the same thing, and it's not as good, but I'll deal with it. So currently, for what it's worth, these two characters, based on my speculation, I'm the most excited for them. Just strictly based on hair alone, which is usually a defining feature when it comes to these things. So let's back up now. Those were all of our figures from the first two. Let's go into the second portion here. So this, you can see I've only broken it up into one section. There are technically somewhere in this silhouette 4 characters. All right, I've laid out the 3, and then there's one mystery thing happening. There's somebody somewhere in here, and I believe they're probably right below the enchanted chainsaw, somewhere in there. And for what it's worth, the pirate teaser had Veronica, the harmonized unit, up, like, propped up on Xander's knee. So I think that's kind of probably something similar that's happening here, which is why the feet line doesn't quite match up. Does that make sense? So, moving left to right here, I really only have one pick, and it's this man. It's Felix. Now, here's my issue. Are you ready? We've never had a post-time skip alt for a 3 houses unit. If you look back at all the 3 houses alts that we've had so far, they have all been Academy stage. Now, additionally, outside of Legendary and Brave Heroes, we have also never had any 3 houses characters in Academy or War phase. They have all been Academy phase units. So I don't know how I feel about saying to you right now that this is definitely time skip Dimitri, because of the fact we've never had anybody outside of a Legendary or that one-off Brave banner from 3 houses that was time skip. We've never had them in wartime. But the hair, you have to admit, the hair is very convincing. And there's obviously some kind of little Santa beanie on his or her head. So there's that. And there's a bow, too. Some people were saying maybe Claude. I think the hair for Felix lines up a little bit better. So that's where I would place it if I had to. Next up, the obvious the obvious elephant in the room, big sis Camilla. She's here. I almost guarantee you that's Camilla. There's like no getting past that, guys. I'm so sorry. Look, I don't make the rules, but when I see a head that looks a lot like Camilla, I'm going to call it out and say that's probably Camilla. Is she holding a giant enchanted chainsaw? I guess we'll find out later. But ultimately, I don't know if like the reindeer ears and antlers are just like throwing me off or something. But bro, that looks a lot like Camilla. The waist, the hairline, everything screams Camilla about this silhouette, and hey, look. This is it. Alright? I don't make the rules. That's definitely Camilla. Alright? So Camilla fans rejoice. I'm not going to say that forcing me to build a Camilla and promote my 4-star impacted this decision on IS's part, because they're obviously giant KCB supporters and subscribers, but it's possible. So choose more carefully in your promote my 4-star polls, which there will be a video and another one going live in a day or so. So just a heads up on that. All right, next figure, the bottom right. I say bottom right because I think there's another short person in between Felix and Camilla. But we're not going to speculate who that is because we literally have a pointy shoe to go off of, and I don't think that's enough to speculate. So, the hair, which may, as I said earlier, be garland entwined. I think that looks like Elise's hairline. But, as was brought up in chat a little bit later, I did not give careful enough consideration to Flane, which, if you're paying attention, we have a possible candidacy of Hilda, Felix, and Flane, which would fit in a 3 houses winter banner, which is almost definitely going to happen Maybe. Because we had Winter Sothis last year, and these banners tend to cascade in terms of new units that they bring on and revisiting units from the previous year. So, it'd be Flame. It's very possible. I think Flame is probably closer to Stature versus Elise, maybe? I don't know. They're very short, whoever they are. And if it is, in fact, a duo or harmonized unit, Camilla with Flame probably makes sense, to be honest. There's big cis energy, and then there's little cis energy, and I think that is a harmonized Christmas present just wrapped up in a bow for portions of the Fire Emblem fan base who really like Camilla and Flame. So I think that's very possible that that is who it could be. But again, there's a giant tree in the way, too. There's a very bad place for just, you know, winter pine needle-y tree branches to be blocking things with snow on them. So for what that's worth, take it with a grain of salt. That's pretty much who I think we're coming up against. I don't know who I think I'm most confident for, but I feel pretty good about these guesses, to be honest. I don't know what kind of weird amalgamation that this makes. I don't know who our free unit would be. Probably the one we can't really see. Or maybe, you know, maybe it's Twin Tails Mystery over here. I don't know. It could be, I don't know. One of these units is going to be free. One of them is likely going to be harmonized, if not duo. And then there will be 3 others. Some of which I have laid out for you here today. So, with that said, let me know in the comments who you guys think we'll be looking at for this new winter banner. Let me know who you're most confident about. I am honestly most confident about Camilla Deer over here, just hanging out behind a tree branch. That's definitely Camilla. Oh god. All right. Anyway, let me know in the comments who you think is on this winter teaser. We should have a video or a trailer or something. They may also release a cleaned up version of this without all of the wintry things in the way before that. But we should be getting a trailer, I think, by the 16th, I want to say. So, with that said, that is it for me. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe, come on back, enter the giveaway if you haven't, because it's down there. And until then, I will catch you next time.